A chance now to get even before the break as they come up first and goal. Here's Gaskin, and he'll get blown up behind the line of scrimmage. Back at the 6. Second and goal from the 6 this time. Throwing now is Tagovailoa. Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete. The Dolphins going to take their second timeout as the clock shows 50 seconds to play here in half number 1. This has been a long drive. You got to figure a field goal would be a letdown. Can they convert now on third and goal? Going to the air, Tagovailoa. Flushed out right. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off with great anticipation. And the Broncos will take over here at their own 12-yard line. I know it appeared he was saying, hey, give me the football, I'm open, but I don't know if that's a pass that he should have thrown there.
Well, I don't think we've ever met a wide receiver that doesn't think he is open or is about to be open.
True.
So when you throw your hand up in the air and tell your quarterback, hey, I'm available, he's trusting that you are. In this case, he was not, and it turned into disaster for them.
The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. And with a 7-point lead, they'll likely look to take this to the locker room and not really press the issue. And that one drops down, incomplete. Good coverage there, forced the ball free, and it's second down.
They certainly did a nice job improvising there, extending the play, hoping someone would come open downfield, but they never did.
An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Throwing, Bridgewater. That's out to the flat for Gordon. And he's out right at the 25.
So many times in my career I've heard coaches talk about completions are one thing. As long as we're there at the catch and we get guys on the ground, we can live with that. But if you're going to give up 10, 12, 15 yards after the catch, then your defense is going to be in a lot of trouble.
Throw right side is going to be caught by Judy. And all the way down to the 27. A big play there just before halftime.
That was awfully nice. Hit him in stride, and off he went. It was almost like the ball hitting him was like him receiving a baton, and he was running the anchor leg in a relay race.
Right back to Judy, and it's complete. And he'll go down right on the edge of the red zone following a pickup of about 7 or 8.
Nothing fancy on first down, but a very consistent type of a play. Hit that slant. A lot of people call it an extension of the running game, and it can be if that pass is completed, because you hit a...
And this is caught by Sutton. Touchdown Broncos. Cortland Sutton in the final seconds of the first half. And the Broncos would extend their lead here just before halftime. McManus's point after is good, and it's now 14-0. So just 8 ticks remaining here in the first half as they'll kick this one away. Waddle will return this from the end zone. And he'll be stopped right around where he would have been had he gone down to a knee, maybe a yard shy of there at the 24. They'll indeed try to run it out as they start on the ground. And he'll just push his way forward for a few as the clock will run. And we're going to get a timeout with 2 seconds remaining in the second quarter. They'll keep it on the ground again here. And he's upended after a gain of 2 out to the 27. Time for a break. We've hit halftime. 2 quarters down. 2 still remain. We step aside. This is the NFL on EA Sports. And how about this right out of the locker room? An onside kick attempt. Broncos with a lead, and they will be receiving this kickoff here as quarter 3 is underway. And did the Dolphins get it? Yes! Miami football. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. And right out of the gate, they face what you'd think could be a pretty important drive.
I would say so. You know, they're down 2 scores. That's not the end of the world. It wasn't the strongest of first halves, but for them to start clawing back, they've got to start putting more pressure on that defense, start cutting into this deficit. You can't have 3 and outs and expect to get that done.
I'm sure this isn't a novel thought, but maybe run some simpler routes instead of trying to get it all back in one shot. Defense certainly appears to be ready for them. Try and get it back little by little instead of in big chunks.
Throwing again on 2nd and 10. Tua shakes off the sag. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
The scoreboard tells a story for him, a little bit bleak, and while it's not quite desperation time yet, it's definitely getting close, but the defense reads the scoreboard as well. They're going to back up and make them really earn it.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. Tua sets up to pass it. Eluding the pressure right. Over the middle and complete to Waddle. And he is going to have the Dolphins first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. Tua now on 1st down. He's got Fuller. And he's going to get this inside the 30. Still in search of their first touchdown of the game, but they're on the move. 1st and 10. Tua going to throw. A 50-50 ball here, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Bryce Callahan. And the Broncos are going to have it here as they'll start at their own 24-yard line. The first half did not go their way, and that's not going to help matters at all. An interception here on the opening drive of the 3rd quarter.
Obviously not what they were striving to accomplish. But you know who's really upset on their team? The defense. Already trailing, they're going to be counted on to try and hold that score at least where it is.
Denver offense at the line, ready to go. Following the interception, here's Bridgewater. Got a man open, it's Sutton. And all the way down to the 22-yard line. A huge play there for Denver.
I can still hear it reverberate through this thick skull of mine. Crossing routes versus man-to-man coverage, it's a bad matchup for the defense. Those tend to work very well as they run away from a defender.
So barely time to catch our breath. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the red zone. Now they run from the gun with Gordon. And able to get about 3 as he's taken down right at the 20. In the first half, he was held in check on the ground, but despite that lack of production, they still have the lead.
Yeah, and they've got to feel fortunate about that. If they could actually get production from their lead horse, that would help open up this offense and widen this margin, too.
On 2nd and 7, Bridgewater escaping the pressure. And I think that one might have been intercepted, but he will be ruled out of bounds. So this will go only as incomplete.
As soon as I saw him break contain and get outside, my first thought and my eyes gravitated downfield, because nowadays, most of these quarterbacks, when they do that, they want the big play downfield. They don't want to throw it short. In this case, he took the shot. It fell incomplete.
Got a man, it's Jeudy complete. Touchdown! Bridgewater on target to Jerry Jeudy, and the Broncos will add on to their lead. Always important to get the first score of the second half. Now you start to pull away a little bit and get some breathing room going.
And now we find out about the fortitude of the group that's behind, because they were counting on getting into the game a little bit more, right? Maybe they get the first score. That doesn't happen. It looks almost insurmountable, but it's not. Let's see how hard they play the rest of the game.
Extra point from McManus is good, and it's now 21-0. After the touchdown, here's McManus now to kick it away. Waddle is going to elect to not bring this out, and instead his guys will begin at the 25-yard line. The Dolphins at the line, ready for their next drive. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any...
Oh, and Tua going to be intercepted for the third time. Picked off by Kareem Jackson. Well, they tried to take the deep shot there, but this defense up to the task.
And a lot of times when you air a ball out like this, if it does get intercepted, there's going to be a lot of space out there to set up a return. And remember, you've got 5 big offensive linemen out there playing on their feet in open space. Not a skill most of them possess that allows for extra yardage on the return.
So 1st and 10, and if they score on this drive, might have to start digging in our second half blowout material. To throw, Bridgewater. Flush to his right. Throw to the right here to Gordon. And he is out of bounds inside the 30. That'll go for a gain of 7, and it'll make it a 2nd down. Off the play fake, Bridgewater. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down.
Oftentimes when you're losing a game and the team's still throwing with this kind of a lead, you start playing a little more physically. And they took that opportunity right there to be extremely physical and force that incompletion.
So the incomplete pass on the last play, and that leads us to a 3rd and 3. Bridgewater steps away to his left. And he's taken down, trying to do a little too much, getting outside of the pocket, and it results in a sack. Emmanuel Ogbah that time, able to drop him for a loss. And they'll try for it here on 4th. Bridgewater and company stay out there. From the gun, Bridgewater. Flushed out right. Looking right sideline, that's complete. Touchdown, Broncos. Jerry Jeudy, his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And the Broncos push further out in front.
In order to lead in a game, you're going to get plenty of contributors, but that's his second touchdown catch of this game. He's one of the key guys in this one.
And you better believe he'll be looking for the hat trick here as this one continues to go. Now Bridgewater will lead the troops up to go for 2. They'll look to run for it with Williams. And he will get into the end zone to extend the lead by 2 more.
I think this is just going to be a function of the times we live in now. Very similar to the bat flip in baseball. Everyone's got to start to get comfortable with this. But to me, this is just rubbing it in. You got a big lead. Go ahead and take the extra point. One thing to keep in mind, though, karma's still out there, and sometimes it has a way of catching up with you.
The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. And last time, 1 play interception. So this offense, they should be fresh.
That's a good way of putting it. And I can't wait to see what they decide to do with play calling. Because a 1-play drive where you throw an interception, a lot of people think the very next time.
Oh, this is taken in. It's complete. And they're going to have this way down deep in Denver territory. It's a big play there for Miami. Here's Tua. Finding Gaskin underneath. And from the 9, they get this to the 5-yard line. And the ball smack dab on the 5-yard line. Here's 2nd and goal. He'll look to throw. And this is caught by Parker for a Miami.